Welcome Pokemon Go trainers, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I am featuring Decidueye in the Color Cup and team along with is Toxapex and the Superior. As the title says, there were a lot of top left movement in the matches. So do watch the video till end, and if you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe it. So with this team we are leading with Toxapex and our Decidueye is a safe switch and our closer is the Superior. So let's begin the video and let's see what the first opponent has for us, and it's a Toxapex versus Alolan Marowak. So they can go for the super effective Bone Club, but at the same time we have super effective Brine as well. So we need to land 2 and ensure that they are not catching. So they're going to go for Bone Club first. So we are fine, we can tank it easily. And they go for it, does a super effective but doesn't do I think half of the damage. And we are going to go for Brine. I think we can survive one more Bone Club easily, so I think I'm not going to shield, and they are also not shielding the move. We can go for the Brine, but they reach another move, so definitely we are not shielding, but now it's a time to be very careful for the catch. So I decided to store a move and then dip into Decidueye and just farm them down, but unfortunately they dip into Golisopod. We can go for the Spirit Shackle, and Golisopod in Great League is very glassy Pokemon. So there is a high chance they are going to shield this, and yes they do. I think we got the defense drop. They are going to throw a move. This could be an aerial ace, and we are also glassy, so we are going to shield this move, but actually it was a X-Caesar. This is fine. Hopefully we can reach another Spirit Shackle, but unfortunately we don't, and I think we are going to shield this move just to get the Spirit Shackle damage. And let's see what happens. They go for another X-Caesar. Now this is going to knock out if they don't shield, or else it is going to grab the final shield. So let's see what happens here. So going for Spirit Shackle, they let it go, and now there is a big problem, which is Jump Love, and still we are not quitting, and we are going to go for this Spirit Shackle. Let's see what happens if they are going to shield this, and yes they do. So they are putting all their hope, and we get the defense drop, which is good for us. So we are going to come with Superior, and they will throw I think Aerial Ace or maybe an Acrobatics. It will hurt a lot, and let's see what happens. They go for the Acrobatics, and I think they come with Marowak. This is not enough for the Shadow Bone. This could be a Bone Club. Hopefully I survive. If I survive, I have stored a Aerial Ace, and now I can dip into Toxapex and just farm them down. So Jumpluff is dry on energy, so I can go for the Sludge Wave, doing super effective damage and putting them in a range where Aerial Ace should be enough. So that stored Aerial Ace is going to help me to win this match. As I know, I win the CMP, and opponent realized that there is no win con left and he is going to top left. So good game. Let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has for us. And it's a Quagsire, bad lead. So we are going to safe switch into Decidueye, and they opt to stay here. I think they are farming up. I go for the Spirit Shackle bait. If they are counting it correctly, they can no shield this, and let's see what happens. Actually they do shield, they fall for the bait. Here comes the Morpeko. This could be a core breaker for my team, so I need to ensure that this is out of our way. So I think I will shield this move. This could be a Aura Will, and yes it is. So to knock out the Morpeko, I need 2 Frenzy Plant, so I think I will shield the move. So going for the Frenzy, this is going to knock out if they don't shield. Let's see what happens. And they call it correctly, and they shielded the move, and hopefully they don't reach back to back. This could be a Psychic Fang bait, but still I'm not going to risk it. Let's see what happens. And actually they go for Psychic Fang, and hopefully I go for Frenzy immediately, and yes I do. And they underestimated the Decidueye, and this Frenzy is going to be enough to knock out the Morpeko, and we have a alignment, which is good for us. And let's see, Quagsire is returning, so he's going to go for Stone Age before we reach Spirit Shackle. This is going to be enough to knock out the Decidueye, but good thing is we have very healthy Superior at the back, which can be hard counter for the Quagsire, and there is a Ferrothorn at the back. So I'm going to chip and dip. So I'm going to go for this Aerial Ace to do some damage, and after that I'll come with Toxapex, because Toxapex will struggle against both the Pokemon Quagsire and the Ferrothorn, so it's of no use. So I'm going to sacrifice my Toxapex and try to do as much damage as I can with its Sludge Wave. They go for Thunder, does a super effective damage, and we can reach Sludge Wave. So it is going to do neutral damage. Because of Steel typing, it is kind of a resisted. So going for the first Sludge, let's see how much damage it does. It's a decent amount, and now I think their switch timer is up, but they go for the thunder. This is going to be enough to knock out, or maybe it will get me very low. And they come back with a Quagsire. This is fine, they've just farmed me down, and I can take one Stone Edge. So I think I will just farm them down and have a energy for the Ferrothorn. So they're going to go for Stone Edge, and it does a decent amount of damage, and I can go for the farm down and have back to back air relays. All I have to do is generate back to back. This is another top left moment. Opponent realized there was no win con, so he top left. So let's move towards the next opponent. A bad lead again. So again we are going to safe switch into Decidueye, and opponent opts to stay here. So they are going to dip into Ferrothorn now. We are going to go for Spirit Shackle to do some neutral damage, over farming a lot. Hopefully they are not running Flash Cannon, otherwise it will be very disaster. So going for Spirit Shackle, I do get the defense drop, which is very good. Now I am going to call it, and it wasn't enough for the Flash Cannon. This could be a Power Whip, but still Decidueye is very glassy Pokemon. So I'm going to go for Spirit Shackle number 2. This will grab the shield, or it will knock out the Ferrothorn because of drop of defense, and we get the switch advantage. And they come back with the Golem. Definitely we are going to reach another Spirit Shackle. So Decidueye is putting up a lot of work here, and this grabs the shield. So now we have alignment and the shield advantage. So we are going to come with Superior and just farming them down. They can go for the Rock Blast or Stone Edge. Both are going to do neutral damage, so I'm fine with it. They go for the Rock Blast, and here comes the Golisopod. So we are going to go for Frenzy Plant to do more damage, and later I can come with Toxapex and wall the energy of Golisopod, because none of the charge move, even the fast move, both are resisted. So we are fine here. So we can go for one Sludge Wave and knock out the Golisopod. Whatever he is going to throw on us, it's not very effective. So they go for Xyzer. It did do that much. They are going to go for another Xyzer, maybe Liquidation this time. Let's see. And it's a Xyzer. This is fine. We can go for Sludge Wave and one shot them. So this is going to be enough to knock out the Golisopod, and the only Pokemon left is Golem, which can be hard walled by the Superior. So I think this is another top left moment for the opponent, and we are going to secure the win. So good game. Let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has for us. So let's see what the next opponent has now. So again we are leading with the Toxapex versus Kingdra. So we are going to go for Sludge Wave. We are not going to bait them. Kingdra is very glassy Pokemon. So going for the Sludge, and let's see what they are going to do. High chance they will shield this move. Let's see what happens. And yes, they do shield. So we are going to take this Outrage. We can take it. So definitely we are not shielding this move. So this is fine, and it was Outrage. Now it's time for Decidueye to come back, and let's see. He might try to catch, and he gets the catch on, I think it's a Credily, but still Spirit Shackle is going to do neutral damage, and this is fine. It didn't do that much. I think Frenzy Plant from this health range will be enough to knock out. So we are going to invest one shield, and if we grab the final shield, then it will be very good for us. We go for the Rock Slide, and we are going to go for Overfarm and then go for the Frenzy. This is going to one shot them if they don't shield, and let's see what happens here. So going for the Frenzy, and they don't shield, it does knock out, and there is a Leleep at the back. This is XL Leleep. So we are going to go for Spirit Shackle bait this time. Let's see what happens. High chance they will shield, thinking that I'm going for a Frenzy, and they do shield, which is very good for us. And I catch the Rock Slide on the Toxapex. This is a very good catch. I think this is not a Rock Slide, this is Ancient Power. So this is fine, and they are going to farm up. I can go for the Brine, I think, or maybe Sludge. No, actually they throw. This is fine. This Ancient Power is going to knock out the Toxapex. But not to worry, we have healthy Pokemon at the back, which is Superior. We are going to definitely come with Superior. So they are fetching for the Ancient Power boost, and let's see. This is going to be another Ancient Power, not very effective. Here comes the Kingdra. I think we should be just farming them down. This could be Octazooka, but still I'm going to shield just to retain the health. And actually it was an Outrage. I miscounted here, and very good that I shielded. I didn't underestimated them. So I think we can go for 2 Frenzy. Going for the first one, this is going to do most of the damage. and let's see what happens. But I decided to snipe them with a Decidueye because so far he is the star of the show. So this is going to be enough to knock out the Decidueye, I believe. So they go for the ancient power, it knocks out, but now they are going to top left. So good game, we won this match. Again a top left moment, and let's move towards the final match of this video. Let's see what the next opponent has. Again a Kingdra lead, but this time it's a shadow one. Again we are going to do the same thing, we are going to go for sludge wave, and still if they shield, actually they try to catch here, but anyways we are going to go for sludge wave because this is the way we should be going, because Decidueye is going to struggle a lot. The fast move is Astonish and we are ghost typing, so we are going to dip into superior immediately, but still they have a sludge bomb which can be doing a lot of damage. So let's see what they throw. So they go for the sludge bomb, does a lot of damage, super effective. So we are going to overfarm a bit and then go for the Irilase. This is going to be enough to knock out the Among Us, but still it's very tanky Pokemon, it might survive. And actually it survived with 1 HP, and now they are going to throw a move. So I'm going to shield this just to get some damage. This was a sludge. I think I can reach Frenzy easily on the Kingdra if he returns. Let's see what he's going to come back with. So he's waiting for the full switch timer. And here comes the Kingdra. We are able to throw the Frenzy. This is going to help us to knock out the Kingdra, or it will grab the shield, and they underestimated. They thought I'm going to bait them. Here comes the Decidueye, and after seeing the Decidueye, Ferrothorn decide to top left. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you do, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Share with your Pogo friend. Till the time, take care trainers, have a good day. Bye.